Hello, I am Vikas. So, as today we are going to discuss the unit number 1, formal language theory and finite automata. In previous video lecture, we have discussed the definition of language, string, alphabet, symbols, clean closure and positive closure. Along with these, we have discussed language translation logic, essential of translation, definition of finite automata. Now, again revise the definition of finite automata. So, a finite automata is called as finite state machine. Generally, this will shows the relation between input and output. Under this, there are two categories. One is machine function. So, in machine function, current state by receiving the current input alphabet will get the output. And another one is state function. In state function, current input alphabet will give the next state. Automata is a Greek word which means that something is doing something without direct involvement of man. FA, that is finite automata, which is useful to solve real world problem, and finite automata will give the answer in the form of yes or no. So this indicates that, let us consider one example. If we have designed one finite automata which will accept all the string that are ending with 1, and if we are after designing the finite automata for the given problem, if we'll process any string and after processing the given string, if we'll reach to the final state, then we are saying that yes, string is accepted. Otherwise, if we are in the non-final state or other than final state, then we are saying that no, string is rejected or not accepted by the finite automata. Finite automata which having the limited memory or it does not have the memory. Definition of finite automata. Finite automata which is defined by using 5 tuple m is equal to capital Q summation delta initial state and f. So capital Q summation delta q0 and f. So what do you mean by capital Q? Capital Q is finite non-empty set of state that indicate that how many states are required to design the finite automata for the given problem or for the given language. Summation set of input symbol, q0 is the initial or start state of the finite automata, f is the set of final states or states. There may be the case we may have more than one final state. Delta is a transition function, mapping function or next state function. Here you can see that delta is described like this. Capital Q indicate that current state into current input alphabet will get the next state. Now working of finite automata. It consists of 3 modules. One is input tape which is divided into identical square. Each square is called as cell and each cell consists of input alphabet. Here you can see in this input tape, small a and small b are the input alphabet. Here we have placed 3a followed by 3b. Along with this, read head is there which will read the current cell depending on the finite control. So in a finite control which will decide current state, let us consider q0 is current state, into current input alphabet and it will give the next state. It will give the next state. So finite control, and according to that read head will move towards the right side. Now next, types of finite automata. There are 2 types of finite automata. One is deterministic finite automata and non-deterministic finite automata. So what do you mean by deterministic finite automata? As name indicate deterministic. So machine can exist in only one state at any given time. In DFA, For each input symbol, one can determine the state to which the machine will move. Hence, it is called as deterministic automation. And it has finite number of states. Therefore, the machine is called as deterministic finite machine or deterministic finite automation. So, let us consider one example. So, in this diagram, Q0 is the state which is shown in a single circle. This Q0 is initial state, so we need to show the arrow. Okay. After accepting 0 input, we will be in Q1 state. So, it's intermediate state or middle state. Q1, after accepting 0 input, it will be in Q2 state. And let us consider Q2 is a final state. So, as Q2 is final state, we need to show it by using double circle. For input 0, Q0, it will be in the Q1. Q1, after receiving 0, it will be in Q2. If it having 1 as input, Q0 having 1 as input, it will stay in same state. If Q1 having 1 as input, it will back to the Q0 state, and if Q2 having 1 as input, it will be in Q0 state. So, this is the finite automata which will always end with 0 0, always end with 0 0. So, here you can see Q0 after accepting 0, it is in only Q1, deterministic, only one state. Q1 after accepting 0, it is only in Q2, no other states. Same way, Q0 after accepting 1, it is in Q0 only. Q1 after accepting 1, it is in Q0 only. So, there is only one transition for the given input. Okay, that's why it is called as deterministic. Now, let us see the definition of deterministic finite automata, DFA. Finite automata M is defined using 5 tuple. So, M which will represent the DFA. So, M is equal to capital Q, comma, summation, comma, delta, comma, Q0, comma, F. So, what is it? So, capital Q is finite non-empty set of state. How many states are required to design the finite automata or deterministic finite automata for the given language? Summation, set of input alphabet. So, if the language is made up of with the help of 0 1, then set of input alphabets are 0 1. If it is made up of A and B, then set of input alphabet will be A and B, like this. Q0 is the initial or start state of the machine. F, set of final state or states. There may be the case we may have more than one final state. That's why F consists of number of state or states. And F is a subset of capital Q. So, what do you mean by subset? Already we have discussed in second video lecture, that is A is if we will say that A is a subset of B. When we are going to say that A is a subset of B, if each and every element of A will be the element of B, then only we can say that A is a subset of B. Delta is called as transition function, mapping function, or next state function. Here delta is current state into current input alphabet will get the next state, means only one state, single state will get, because it's a deterministic one. And delta is described by using two ways. One is by using transition diagram, another by using the transition table. Now let us consider one example of DFA. Design a finite automata which accept all string ending with 1 1 over the input alphabet 1 0. So this indicates that we have to design one finite automata which will accept all the string which is made up of 1 and 0 symbol, such that are ending with 1 1. So if I'll consider one example 1 1, this is the string and it should be accepted by the DFA which will going to design, because it is ending with 1 1. Before that no any combination is there. Now consider second example 0 1 1. Here this is another string that is starting with 0 but ending with 1 1, so it should be accepted. We'll write one more example 1 0 1 1. Here third string that will start with 1, after that second character is 0 and last two are 1 1. So it should be accepted because this string is ending with 1 1. I'll write one more 1 0 0 0 1 1. So this string should be accepted because again it is starting with 0 and 1, any combination of 0 and 1 at the start but ending with 1 1, so it should be accepted. Now last example I'll take 1001. So here you can see this string should be rejected. Why? Because it is ending with 01. We are interested it should end with 11. So as it is ending with 01, so it should be rejected, and all remaining 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 strings should be accepted by the DFA which we are going to design. So now this is the problem definition. Now how to design DFA? So for this first step is we have to find out all these 5 tuples: capital Q, input alphabet, delta, Q0 and F. So how to decide capital Q? Capital Q means what? How many states are required to design the DFA for the given language or for the given problem. So how to decide? Let us consider length of given string is 1 means 2, minimum length it is 2. So will require 3 states, 2 plus 1. So Q0 is initial state, Q1 is second state intermediate, and Q2 is the third state. So we have decided how many states are required for the given problem. So 3 states are required. How we have decided? Its length is 2, 1, 1. Okay, minimum length, because it should end with 1, 1. So minimum length is 2. So 2 plus 1 is 3. Now next, input alphabet summation, second tuple. Okay, so second tuples. So here again over the input alphabet 1, 0. So tuples in set of input alphabets are 0 and 1. So second one is over. Now third tuple, initial state. So here we are going to consider Q0 is the initial state. It is not necessary every time Q0 is the initial state, that will depend on you, but let us consider Q0 is the initial or start state of the machine. Okay, third tuple is over. Now fourth one, delta. Now we are going to draw that delta by means of transition diagram or transition table. And last one is the final state. So finally we will decide the final state. Now first of all we must have to draw the basic machine. Basic machine means what? We need to start with initial state. We are going to accept that 1, 1 string, and we are in the final state. So initial state, as I said that we are going to consider Q0 as a initial state. So in a transition diagram, initial state is shown like this: single circle with arrow. Okay, this is initial state. We are going to start. When it will be in next state? If it having 1 as an input, because we are interested string should end with 1, 1. So if it having 1 as input, will move in the next state, and let us give the name to that state as a Q1. Okay, as we are in Q1, this indicate that previously we are having 1 as a input. Now if Q1 having 1 as input, then only we are in the Q2 state. Okay, and now you can see we are in Q2, so previously we are in 2, 1. Okay, so Q2 will become final state, and it is shown by using double circle in a transition diagram or transition graph. So this is basic machine which is shown here. Okay, this is basic machine, and here we have shown that Q2 by using double circle. Okay, now next one is in case of DFA, we need to consider all the input for each and every state. So there are 2 input, 1 and 0. So we have to consider both inputs for all the states. So we have considered only 1 input for Q0, that is 1. For Q1 also we have considered 1 input. What about other input as well as Q2 having? We need to consider both input for Q2. Now let us consider for Q0. If it having 1 as input, 0 as input. If it having 0 as input, and if I'll say that, again remember, first of all we need to check whether it is possible to stay in same state for the given input. If it is possible, then give that as a loop. Okay, if it is not possible, then check its nearest state means previous one or next one. Okay, this one or previous one. If not, then check for next, like this. Okay, so we'll check for firstly whether it is possible to stay in same state on input 0. Okay, so if I'll give the 0 as input for Q0, so is it possible? 0 1 1. So whether this string is accepted by the DFA or it should be accepted? Yes, it should be accepted because it is ending with 1 1. So this one is right, 0 1 1. If we'll give like this, for example, instead of this, if we are given 0 over here for next state, then what will happen? So it will end with 0 and 1. So that's wrong, because we are interested to design DFA for 1 1 and here it ending with 0 1. So it should stay in same state instead of next state. Again we'll check for third state. For example, here you are given, then that's Q0 to 0 directly. So it will accept the 0 as a string. It should not accept because we are designing the machine for 1 1. So that's why after this, this one is correct one. On accepting 0 input, it will stay in same state. Now we'll check for, so for Q0 both inputs are over 0 and 1. For Q1, for 1 it will be in next state, for 0 where it will be. Now I'll draw it. So if I'll put here for self state, because as I said that you need to check for self state. If it is possible, then you need to show that path or transition path in same state, otherwise check for previous or next state. So here if we have given for same state, then what will happen? We'll start with initial 1 0 1. So it will accept the string 1 0 1. So what will happen? The string is ending with 0 1. So this is wrong. Okay. Now first is over. Now second one, if I'll give it to the next state Q2, then what will happen? Again we need to start with initial state 1 0. So it will accept the string 1 0. It should not accept 1 0 because we are interested, it should accept the string 1 1, not 1 0. Okay. Now we'll check for previous state. If we'll give here 0, okay, if we'll give to the Q0 state on 0 input, Q1 state on 0 input, it will be in Q0. So see here, now we need to start from basic. So 1 0, okay, 1, after that 0, after that 1 and 1. So this string is ending with 1 1. So this is right. Now we have considered both input for Q0, we have considered both input, that is 1 and 0 for Q1. Now we need to check for Q2. Now for Q2, if I'll give the 0 for same state, now what will happen? Then it will be 1 1 0. So it will accept the string 1 1 0. Again that is wrong. It should end with 1 1 and here it is ending with 1 0. Now instead of this, we'll check for previous one. If I'll give here, now what will happen? 1 1 0 1. 1, okay, 1 1 0 and 1. We need to traverse the string from initial to the final state. So here again you can check, it will ending with 0 1. Okay, so that is wrong because we are interested in 1 1. So this is also wrong. And if I'll give to the initial state, okay, for 0, now what will happen? So 1 1 0 1 1. 1 1 0 1 1. Is it right? It's right because this string is ending with 1 1. So Q2 on 0, it should be in Q0. Now we need to check for last one for one input. Okay, so for one input, is it possible to stay in same state? So we'll check it 1 1 and 1. So this string is end with 1. After that again one more 1 is there, this string is end with 1. After that again one more 1 is there, this string is end with 1. So this is the final diagram for the DFA. So here Q0, Q1, Q2 are the states. 0 1 input alphabet, Q0 is the initial state and Q2 is final state. So you need to show it by using the double circle in a transition diagram. So this one is transition table for the diagram, which we have drawn. So Q0, so how to draw the transition table? Here this one is the initial state. Initial state in transition table is shown like this, arrow with initial state name. After that, remaining all states q1, q2, q3, q4, and the final state is shown by using state name and star. Okay. Here row indicate that, first row indicate that input alphabet, as there are two input alphabet 0 and 1, so we have written here. Now q0 after accepting 0, q0 after accepting 0, it is in same state. So q0 after accepting 0, it is in q0 state, so we have written q0. Next q0 after accepting 1, it will be in next state q1. So q0 after accepting 1, it is in q1. Next we'll check for q1. q1 after accepting 0, it is in previous state q0. So q1 after accepting 0, it is in q0. q1 after accepting 1, q1 after accepting 1, it is in q2, so we have written here q2. Same way q2 after accepting 0, it is in q0, and after accepting 1, same state, means q2 state. So we have written q2 on 0, q0, q2 on 1, q2. Now DFA with all tuple, means for the example or the for the transition diagram which we have drawn, that is figure 1.1. So see here, we know that DFA, which is defined by using 5 tuples, so we need to write down all 5 tuples for the given problem. So capital Q, 3 states are there, q0, q1, q2. Okay, there are 3 states, so we have here for q we have represent 3 states, q0, q1, q2. Summation is a set of input alphabet. For the given problem, 2 input alphabets are there, 0 and 1, so we have written q0 is the initial and start state of the machine, q2 is the final state because we have shown it by using double circle, and delta is a transition mapping function or next state function which is described by using transition diagram and transition table, which we have already drawn for the given problem. In next lecture we'll going to solve some more problem based on DFA. Thank you.